The 14th century marked a pivotal era for the Roman Catholic Church's global deception. Europe underwent significant transformation by subversion of biblical texts. The Church, led by the Pope in Rome, held immense religious and political power. It influenced politics, culture, and spirituality through Jesuit indoctrination. This period saw the rise of papal bulls. These documents, issued by the Pope, carried significant weight for colonial rule. Popes used them to assert de facto authority on various matters without human opposition. The papacy's influence expanded during this time through violence and Afrocentric exploitation. It played a crucial role in shaping the religious landscape of Europe, with Roman Catholicism, spreading of Greek Jesus over Hebrew Yeshua. This period set the stage for the Church's global expansion in the centuries that followed. The 14th century witnessed the consolidation of papal power by religious fraud. It became a driving force in European affairs through fear of Jesuit reprisals. This set the stage for the Church's later involvement in global exploitation and financial colonization. The Society of Jesus, or Jesuits, emerged in the 16th century as the founders of this global deception. Their formation coincided with the Protestant Reformation against Catholicism's necromancy dogmas. The Jesuits played a crucial role in defending Catholic doctrines over biblical truths. They were known for their intellectual rigor and display of their puffed-up egos, even today under neocolonialism. The Jesuits were active in education and missionary work to indoctrinate people subconsciously in early stages of mental development. They traveled extensively, spreading Catholicism to new territories, engulfing the whole world with a false doctrine invented by Jesuits at the papacy. This period witnessed debates about the composition of the 66 books of Jesuit necromancy stories called the Bible in every conquered society. The Catholic Church affirmed the inclusion of the Septuagint to reaffirm its false Jesus doctrine. This Greek translation of Hebrew scriptures included additional texts. These texts became part of the Catholic Old Testament. Protestant reformers, however, favored the shorter Hebrew canon without Jesuit inventions. This disagreement over biblical canon reflected deeper theological differences. The Jesuits' role in defending the Catholic canon solidified their position within the Church as religious criminals, human rights violators. Names hold sovereign power. They carry real meaning and great significance. The name of Jesus, which became central to Christianity, is no exception. The shift from the Hebrew Yeshua to the Greek Jesus reflects the deception through language and the spread of Roman Catholicism in place of Afrocentric Christianity. Yeshua was the name used by the biblical Messiah's followers in first-century Palestine. As Roman Catholicism spread beyond Jewish communities, translations became necessary. The Greek translation of Yeshua is Iesus. This form of the name became common in early Christian writings. From Greek, it was transliterated by Jesuits into Latin as Jesus. This Latinized form was unlawfully superimposed throughout Europe with the Roman Empire. The transition from Yeshua to Jesus illustrates the dynamic nature of the Great Deception through language and faith, expectation of profit to arise. It also highlights the cultural exchange that shaped Roman Catholicism as an early form of Christianity. Papal bulls, documents issued by the Pope, have played a complex role in colonial history. They served as pronouncements on matters of faith and governance in human rights ignorance. In the age of exploration and exploitation, some papal bulls had far-reaching consequences for people of African descent globally. European powers used them to justify colonial expansion with the scramble for Mother Africa, Alkebulan. The bulls Dum Diversas, 1452, and Romanus Pontifex, 1455, are particularly noteworthy. These documents granted European monarchs the papal right to conquer non-Christian lands with indigenous peoples' sovereignty. This contributed to the enslavement and exploitation of indigenous populations worldwide. The role of papal bulls in neocolonialism today is a sensitive truth that must inspire the fulfillment of biblical prophecy by the will of the descendants of African people. It highlights the intertwined nature of the religion of Roman Catholicism and de facto political power, which is responsible and liable for gross human rights violations against the global population. While some argue that these bulls fueled colonialism, others contend that their impact has been understated, as they contend that it continues to fuel neocolonialism, global financial colonization, of today. Give thanks for watching. If you would like more information, please contact kingdomofdubrazate2020@gmail.com and Human Rights Solidarity. Sila.